Today, the Uganda Netball Federation leadership appeared before the ad hoc committee of parliament set up to probe the management of finances allocated to the National Council of Sports for Federations. The probe was prompted by the failure of some sports federations to participate in key tournaments over shortage of finances. Since the commencement of the inquiry on Tuesday, the General Secretary of the National Council of Sports, Dr Patrick Ogwel's name has been mentioned severally in connection with corruption. The latest is from the Netball Federation, which told the ad hoc committee that their financial challenges are premised on the refusal to give kickbacks for the funds provided to them to facilitate the activities of their respective national sides. One of the scenarios involves 100 million shillings that was meant for the Shillings trip for the tournament in South Africa.
Dr Ogwel gave us 100 million. And through Mr Muhumuza, who was the Vice President technical then, and the General Secretary then, and the Treasurer, he requested a kickback of 40 million, which was almost 50% of the money he had given us.
Although Kityo says she rejected the demand to pay the kickbacks, 30 million shillings went missing from the Federation after they had carried out several expenditures last year.
Mr Muhumuza, Amande, Hajat, they were the ones in this. I had dedicated them to manage this trip. These guys, the time we were supposed to travel, they did not travel with us. Reaching South Africa, they were not on the plane. After 2 days, they showed up. They told us, sorry, we couldn't come because we had to go and talk to Dr Ogwel, but the man refused and has finally taken the money. I was like, which money? They were like the 30 millions that were meant for the players. That is the genesis of all the problems we are into as Uganda Netball Federation.
The accused individual, who is said to have given out the money, was supposed to be part of the delegation of the Federation appearing before the committee.
As we were coming, one of our staff disappeared from the entrance of the gate of Parliament because he was supposed to tell the story of how he was requested to pay the kickback of 30 million. Had reached here. I wish to state this, that it is very unfortunate that the person you're investigating is still seated in the office. And he's calling each and every person under him, calling players to make sure he can be protected and intimidating some not to appear.
Kityo confirms that the money ended with Ogwel because much as this was allegedly brought to his attention for action against the individuals, nothing was done. She says they were surprised that the accountability query was cleared off the books of account. To the dismay of the Federation, they are tasked to account for a full sum of what they should have received, for which the multiplicity of the accusations included a 160 million shillings disbursed to them, but for which they were meant to account for 300 million shillings. The allegations are corroborative of those made by the president of the Uganda Boxing Federation before the committee.
And then they'll tell you, we spent so much money on procuring for you travel tickets. So by such, you account for that some money. So that has been one of our biggest challenges.
Both the federations indicate to have participated in the Commonwealth Games without competition kits, an allegation Ogwel did allude to at the beginning of the hearing.
As therefore we continue now to start the games, which kicked off on 28th, some of the teams did not have uniforms. We had to look for solutions internally.
We reached halfway the competition without competition kits. We are just borrowing from friends from other countries. Yet the money for competition kits was already provided for. I see from some documents that someone had it on his account.
Reaching England, we were stuck. As a federation, we were able to procure the dress, but we didn't have the shoes.
The allegation was vehemently quashed by the Minister of State for Sports, Peter Ogwel, at the same meeting held earlier in the week.
Some of them might have left when they are not got money. But money came, because I want to go on record. Fortunately, all our participation, even now if we Google, if you go on YouTube, you will find Team Uganda had uniforms.
A solution suggested by the Federation of Uganda Football Associations, FUFA, at the meeting yesterday involves the creation of a separate vote for the budget of the federations. Jackson Onyango, NTV at Parliament.